Hi! Welcome into the last video of the year. I don't know why I'm speaking so soft, but you're welcome, right? Hopefully this is comforting for you all. This is the last video of the year, right? We're hopefully going out with a bit of fun here. Hopefully this is not where I'm going to cancel myself, but I'm excited regardless. As you've seen in the title, I have decided to finish this year off by ranking every single thing that I reacted to this year on the channel, aka watched this year, right? Obviously I'm not including the stuff that I've watched in my personal life, because we would be here for hours, but I thought this could be fun. What I've done is, as usual with these kind of videos, I basically create a tier list. You've probably seen them before. They're just like an online system where you can import all your pictures, and then that obviously helps you visually rank things, and it just makes it better for these kind of videos. So that's what I've done with this video. I have in fact screenshotted all my thumbnails for strictly reactions this year. Now guys, I have uploaded 106 videos this year. Obviously not all of them are reactions. Some of them are like they were vlogs, podcast episodes, this kind of thing. So there is that, but still 106 videos in 1 year. That is a shit ton. And hopefully you'll stick around to see the next 106, okay? Before we do crack on in, make sure to subscribe if you're seeing this for the first time, or maybe you've watched videos from me in the past, and you've yet to subscribe yet, because I do see some of you, right? There's about 50% of you that don't subscribe. Now, not to be mean towards the end of the year, but it would mean the world if you would consider subscribing. It's free. I tend to think I do provide decent content, so yeah. Debate it, okay? Think about it for a sec, just for me. Check out my second channel. I started that off this year, which I'm loving the second channel. There is going to be a year-end kind of vibe over there, so I guess subscribe and that'll be coming soon. But yeah, in general, thank you for being here this year, and I hope to see you again next year. But anyway, without getting all soppy, let's just get into the video. Okay. Here we do have the tier list. As you can see, I have gone ahead, like I said, and screenshotted all my thumbnails. I just thought that'd be the easiest thing to do. And I do believe it's imported them all in like chronological order. So I guess we're going in chronological order. We'll just quickly go over the categories. I probably don't need to do this, but I enjoy it. So top tier, we do have boots. Okay, Boots is the Boots, right? She's the Boots and she's the Cats. Cinema, right? It is cinema, right? It's bang tied. What the fuck is going on with me and my words? I've been at home for too long, I think. It's not cream of the crop, but it's cinema, nonetheless, okay? Next, we've got like this middle category that realistically doesn't really fit anywhere, but it needs to be here. And that's made for a great video. Because there is some stuff that I react to that I necessarily wouldn't watch in my personal time, but it does make for a really good reaction. That category is pretty much a category all on its own. Just in case one that you think should be like top of the top ends up there, don't take that as me saying that it's any less than the top two categories, but it's just in the middle visually, okay? Then we do have decent. These are things that I enjoyed, don't necessarily have much, I guess maybe replay value, I'm not sure. And then we've got meh. Things that I watched, I enjoyed still, because realistically, I can't think of one thing that I filmed, edited, and uploaded this year that I didn't enjoy at all. The way I kind of work is like, if I don't even enjoy filming something, it won't be getting edited and it won't be uploaded. So, if it's up on the channel, that's a good sign. So, I guess with all that said, let's crack on in. First and foremost, the first reaction of the year, it was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, I'm gonna find it difficult to think of which Harry Potters were my favourite, because obviously that happened quite a while ago, and I've not rewatched them since. But I'm pretty sure I remember that one being really enjoyable, like one of my favourites. So I'm gonna say Boots. What was the one with the woman? The horrible woman. I can't remember. Shrek, I'm gonna put that in cinema. No, I'm not. Oh, this is tough already. Oh, God. Because Shrek isn't just decent. The first one, though, this is Shrek 1. Actually, no, I'm gonna put Shrek 1 in decent, right? But that's only because Shrek 2's coming up. all right? Decent. Because it made... No, I'm not. It made for a great video. It really did. Okay? It was very enjoyable to film. That's for damn sure. Twilight, now that's cinema. But at the same time, it did make for an incredible video. I really loved that video. I think I did really well with that one. Ah! Boots. Okay, Boots. Twilight is Boots, especially the original. I feel like the first Twilight really is something. Boots. The Last of Us. Now, when it comes to TV shows, this is why it maybe doesn't appear like as many as you'd expect. For the TV shows, per season, I've only done like one screenshot. So this is the whole of season 1, although it obviously was only one installment. I'm going to put The Last of Us in cinema, right? Because it hurt my feelings. It's not got the like nostalgia for me, because obviously I'd not experienced the game next year. Second channel babies, okay? But obviously I hadn't experienced the game or anything, so I didn't have like an emotional tie, but it still hurt my feelings, and that is a telltale sign of incredible cinema. So it's definitely going in cinema. Then it's Harry Potter and the what? I mean, it's another Harry Potter. I enjoyed them all, so that's also going to go in cinema. You. This is one of the ones, this is one of the series that I didn't finish this year. Okay, there was 2. You, season 4 specifically, was one of them. I did finish it on my own time. I had a few people asking me if I'd finished it in my own time, and I did. I will say towards the end it actually got a lot better. I think the first half was a bit slow, a bit weird, very unlikable people in the season. But then towards the end, I think after the twist, and or like around the twist, if you know, you know, it got much better. Although some characters were just really unlikable, the love interest being one of them. But anyway, I'm gonna put it in meh, because I didn't finish it. I think this Harry Potter, I think is the one with the horrible woman. Hated her. I think I recall being mad in this outfit. And that one made for a great video, but also was cinema, and also was really Boots. I'm going to put it in Boots. If the other Harry Potter is in Boots, that one's got to be in Boots. Fear Street. I'm going to put Fear Street, the second one, part 2, in decent. I definitely watched it for Sadie Sink, right? I made that very clear. I'm pretty sure I titled it that. In terms of Fear Street, I get people asking me daily if I'm going to watch the third one. The space that I'm at right now with making videos is, if something isn't really exciting me to sit down, I probably won't do it, right? And currently, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Fear Street 1 and 2, but with that said, the reason why it's indecent is because realistically, yes, I remember enjoying filming, but I don't remember it. There's many other things that I want to do before I get to that. So I do see myself maybe finishing it off eventually, but I don't know when, right? And that might infuriate some of you to hear, but what do you want from me? Everything Everywhere All at Once. This movie, I do think it's one of those that I definitely need to rewatch actually, and I've not since filming, but I would like to rewatch it because I think there's a lot that I probably missed and a lot of the emotion that I probably missed in my reaction. But I have got to put it in Boots, to be honest, because it was a really incredible film. It was one of those that I didn't really know what to expect going in. So that's always fun for me. If I have no idea what to expect when going in, I'm more than likely going to have an even more fun experience watching. Swarm. This show, I did finish it, but this show lost me towards the end. The peak episode, in my opinion, was the Billie Eilish episode, and it was kind of like the installment of 3 and 4, episodes 3 and 4. Those episodes were definitely the best. But after that, it kind of lost me. It got a bit meta for me. I'm going to put it in meh. I think I'm going to have to be harsh here, because a lot of these could just go towards the top. Another Harry Potter, I'm going to put this one in cinema. The original Hunger Games. This exposure's really pissing me off. Why is it going in and out? Not the way I want to finish the year. In pitch black. The original Hunger Games, I mean, come on. That is Boots. It is an iconic franchise for a reason, right? Top of the top for me, up to now, top of the top. Hunger Games, man. It has me. And yes, I will be doing the new one in the new year, okay? Just you wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to sit down, people. Game of Thrones Season 1. This one's going to go in cinema, right? It grasped me. The ending, I'm going to try and not spoil it, but the ending with you-know-who getting right? Grasped me. It got me by the bollocks. And I'm still on the ride up to this day, okay? So we will be continuing that into the new year. But that season in specific is going to go in cinema. Bear with. Harry Potter and the whatever it is. What the fuck are these? I wish I knew them off by heart, but I don't. I'm sorry. I think it was the second to last one. And I remember loving it. That one's going to go in Boots. Because then the last one, the last one I loved. If you saw that video, good for you. It's been blocked, okay? It got blocked twice. So I've given it up as a bad job. But if you are looking for it, if you go on to the second to last one, in the comments, it is available elsewhere for you to watch. But unfortunately, it's not on YouTube. But that video, I remember having so much fun editing it. I wore a costume. I wore my Harry Potter get-up. And I mean, come on. That would be top of the top of the top if it was on this list. But I haven't included it because it got blocked. Should have included it, really, but I forgot until this very moment, okay? Scream 6, was it Scream 6? I'm gonna put Scream 6 in Made for a Great Video, right? It was a good movie, do not get me wrong, it was a banging movie. I enjoyed it even more because I was dressed up as Ghostface and I was filming. I'm not sure if I would have enjoyed it as much if I was just watching it on my own. Does that make sense? But the Scream franchise as a whole, I will say, guys, probably my top favourite movie of all time is the OG Scream. I'm going to get a Ghostface tattoo. Just you wait. I'm already booked in for the end of Feb. Scream is an iconic franchise. I have rewatched the first 3 specifically many times. I could watch that tonight, you know. Catching Fire. Okay, this is topping itself. As it very much were. Right, Catching Fire. What a movie, okay? Catching Fire, for me, is definitely one of the best out of the franchise. That's for damn sure. Game of Thrones Season 2, I'm going to put this one... I'm going to put this one at the bottom of cinema. That's the one where... Yeah, that's the one where Renly... Still in cinema, but I'm waiting. Guys, I'm waiting, okay? Mockingjay Part 1. Oh, God, these are all good, aren't they? Fuck me. This is going to be so top heavy. And I was going to say I'm sorry, but you guys are going to love that. For me, it's the first and the second that are like really up there. So it's going to go in cinema. I think I'm going to put it above Game of Thrones Season 2. Mockingjay Part 2. The monsters in that one. Oh my God. Really got me by the bollocks. Very, very scary and petrifying and terrifying. I'm going to put it... That's like tied. Both of the Mockingjays are tied for me. Okay, both in cinema. Hercules. It's going to go in Made for a Good Video because I had so much fun doing this video. Obviously, the movie itself is a classic, but it is nothing like crazy. It's just a good animation. Sometimes I have to do these kind of videos where I like just do something fun that maybe I've already seen and I just let loose a bit, because sometimes the stuff that I cover on the channel can be a bit intense, especially around this time, like doing the Mockingjays, finishing off Harry Potter. It was a lot. So I really needed Hercules, and what a movie. And I dressed up. Any movie that I feel like I can dress up for, it's a winner, okay? Maze Runner, the first Maze Runner. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's gonna go there, Boots, because that was another one of those that I had no idea what I was getting going into it. What a movie. My hair was orange in that video. The only video that I had orange hair. Teen Beach Movie, this is another one. This is another one for this middle category. Made for a Great Video, because it really did. I almost might say that I had even more fun with Teen Beach Movie, because that one was my childhood. I grew up on that shit. Heartstopper season 2, now I've got some feelings, right? It's gonna go at the top of cinema, right? Now some of you might be like, what the fuck, why is it not in Boots? Because, in my opinion, the second one does not have as much replay value because it fucking hurts me, right? Now don't get me wrong, I obviously enjoyed the videos. I can't wait for season 3 / I'm scared for season 3. But the second season, I feel like it didn't have many ups. And for me personally, don't get me wrong, I like getting my feelings hurt, but I also need some slight redeeming qualities. Like, it felt like I was just getting punched. It felt like I was getting punched in the head repeatedly, smacked down like this. So that's why it's only in cinema. Red, White and Royal Blue. Sleeper hit for me this year. I did not expect that video to do as well as it did, so thank you. If you're here from Red, White and Royal Blue, thank you for being here, because I took some risks uploading that video because I roasted the shit out of those characters and the movie in general. It was one of those movies that I enjoyed so fucking much, but mainly because I was filming. In my own time, I'm sure I would have still enjoyed it because it's a very fun movie. The writing, very good. But it was one of those that is just an incredible one to react to, and I had so much fun, especially that I remember the editing part of this process was so much fun. I had a load of fun. I'm gonna put it in Boots purely because of how much I enjoyed it, but it is definitely more of one of those that like made for a really good video, because I've not rewatched it, I will say. But to be honest, most things that I work on for a video, I don't tend to rewatch unless it's like a classic. It's gonna go above them. It's gonna go there. And I liked my shirt, I liked my outfit in that video too, so that's good. Season 3 of Game of Thrones, Boots. Right, absolute Boots. This is where shit really started to get good. Really good, actually. I am gonna put it there. Shrek 2, guys. I feel like I should just put it in cinema because the top category is getting a bit girthy. But Shrek 2, you can't beat Shrek 2. You know? Oh, and I feel like people are gonna be mad. What a way to end the year, hey? Guys, this is all just my opinion, okay? I urge you all to tell me yours in the comments. I'll even leave the tier list in the description for you to fill out. Shrek 2 is going to go at the bottom of Boots, right? Because it is one of those movies that, like, it's not as serious as some others. But as far as animations go, Shrek 2 is kind of the peak. For me in particular. Sex Education. I've got a lot of different thoughts and feelings on Sex Education Season 4. Because towards the beginning, I thought they were trying to go for the very, like, satire, woke kind of vibe, which I thought was kind of funny. But then towards the end, I was like, shit, were they trying to be serious the whole way through? Like, do you know with how some of the characters were portrayed? Like, the new lot, like the new characters. Some of the issues that they'd go to Otis with were so crazy that I was like, surely this is not meant to be serious, but I wasn't sure. But it did make me cry. The funeral, towards the end, I did cry several times, but I did watch most of the season in my own time, so it's another one of those. So I'm going to put it in decent, because watching it in my own time, I almost think I preferred it. This whole debacle about who Otis should end up with, are y'all fucking crazy? Some of y'all are like, he should end up with Maeve, but yet, if he ended up with Maeve, then she won't be chasing any sort of dream. And then people are like, oh, well, he should just go back to Ruby now that he's not with Maeve. And I'm like, but why would you want Ruby to be with someone who is only being with her to be with someone? Like, I think Ruby deserves more than that. So I'm glad that he didn't end up with anybody. I don't think he needs to. We're young kids, you know? That was wild. Talk to Me, cinema. Guys, this was another sleeper hit. I was not sure what to expect coming into this video, and God was I shook. I'm gonna put it there. Coraline, I'm going to put it below the Mockingjays. Okay? Insidious made for a great video because I enjoyed filming, but I'm not that eager to continue. It's 2. I prefer the original. I prefer the first one. The second one, for me, we had this whole homophobic storyline that stressed me the fuck out. It was a long movie. Really long movie, actually. I enjoyed it a lot because I was obviously in fancy dress. Like I've said, that always helps. So I do think made for a great video. I think it's going to go above Insidious. Death Becomes Her. This is one of my all-time favourite movies. I do plan on starting somewhat of like a, I don't know if it would be called a series or what, but I'll call it a series for now, where I rewatch some of my all-time favourite movies with you guys, purely just for fun. So Death Becomes Her, I was so happy to sit down and react to that with Liam, because we watched it initially together, and it's an incredible movie. It's going to go in boots for me. It is one of the most iconic movies of all time, in my opinion. So it is going to go above some of these, which might be unpopular, but that's okay. That's why it's my list, hey? I'm going to put it above... It's one of my all-time favourites. Sorry. Meryl did that. Goldie did that. Mr. Bruce, he did do that, okay? New Moon, not as good as the first one, in my opinion. Still enjoyable, though. I had so much fun filming that video. I think I might put it in cinema. I will say, guys, I completely forgot that there was 5 movies. I thought it was 4. I completely forgot about Eclipse. I was ready to crack on in with Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. So if that tells you anything, we'll be getting into Eclipse soon. New Moon. I might put it in between the 2 Mockingjays. That's going to bridge the gap, because they're all kind of similar for me. They're good as part of the franchise, but they're not the best of the franchise, in my opinion. Game of Thrones, Season 4. Probably the most intense thing, bar maybe Stranger Things, because I remember that being very intense. But one of the most intense shows I've ever watched in my whole entire life. Specifically this season, right? Put me through the fucking ringer and back. And to be honest, I think because it's almost based a bit more in reality than, say, Stranger Things, which is also very intense, I might have to put it at the top. Just because of how fucking crazy that season was. And how excited I am to move forward to season 5. Bottoms. Another sleeper hit for me. Like, I did not expect to fuck with this movie as much as I did. I think it's going to go in cinema. I actually think it's going to go to the top of cinema.
Lesbian rights.
It's just so funny. It's so funny. It's my comedic style down to a T. Scorch Trials, not as good as the first, but still a really good movie nonetheless. The fucking monsters in that bastard, very scary. That's gonna go. I actually might put it next to, not above. I'm gonna put it next to The Last of Us, because the monsters in it actually reminded me a lot of The Last of Us. Fucking scary. Five Nights at Freddy's. It's an interesting one because I enjoyed filming it, and I think the video's good. But the movie for me wasn't a slam dunk. Like, I was quite confused. But I will obviously admit that I haven't played the game yet. So that's probably not gonna help matters. And I think when I do play the game, if I rewatch the movie, I think I'll have a better understanding. So I think I'm gonna put it at the top of decent. Because I enjoyed it, but I was quite confused when I finished, and I still don't really understand everything. And then the last movie I've covered this year was Parasite, and what one to go out on. What a movie to end on. Fuck. It's got to go in boots, that's for damn sure. And I'm sorry, it probably is going to go pretty high up here. So yeah, guys, that's the list. Definitely top heavy, which I kind of expected because, like I said, realistically, if I put something up on the channel, it's going to be something that I've enjoyed somewhat, or in general, I kind of try and find something to enjoy or something to even roast or take the piss out of. It just makes for a more enjoyable experience for me. So yeah, I guess let me know your thoughts down below. These videos do sometimes go down like a sack of shit because obviously people do find it hard to see that this is obviously my opinion. So there is that. I would love to know maybe your favourite video that I've uploaded this year, to be narcissistic for a sec. I would love to know which one is your favourite, because if it's anything to do with like the editing style or the kind of comedy or whatever, or the jokes that I was trying to like do, that might help me in the future to do more videos that you enjoy. And I'm just going to be nosy, you know, like, I just want to know. I want to know what your favourite one was this year. So let me know that down below. I also wouldn't mind if you've obviously joined this year. I would love to know which video you watched first. That would be so interesting. But yeah, with that said, that's it for me. Oh, and my sweat patches. That's it for me for another year. I've got some fun videos planned already for January. So get ready. I will be taking the first week of January off. Not from filming. I'm going to be filming quite a bit of stuff. I'm going to try and like get a few things filmed ready to go, but I've also got my dad's birthday, his party and stuff all in that first week, so I'd rather just take it steady, start stockpiling a few things to get me going. But trust me, you're not going to want to miss the first few videos I've got coming, and I know you guys are going to be interested, okay? Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because it's been 40 minutes. Didn't expect this to be this long. But yeah, love yous. Right, love yous lots. Thanks for being here for another year, and I hope to make you proud in the future. Okay, goodbye. Happy New Year.